Your body is screaming something, and Allah hears everything. But what few people tell you is that this scream isn't a curse. It's living proof that you are human, alive, complete, and searching for something deeper than a simple moment of pleasure. Yes, your body is hungry. But what happens when this hunger becomes an inner storm? When your heart wants to please God, but your body just wants to fill a void? What if what you feel so strongly, so suddenly, was actually a divine call to discover a nobler version of yourself? Stay until the end, because today we're going to speak the truth, without judgment, without pretense. We're going to get to the heart of desire, to understand what God really expects of you when your body wants everything right now. 1. Desire is natural, and Allah knows it. There is something your heart doesn't always dare say out loud, but it often repeats silently. Something your body sometimes cries out through shivers, thoughts, and nighttime dreams. That something is that need, that fire, that desire. Yes, that desire. And it's time you knew one thing, with certainty and without shame. Allah knows. He knows how you feel. He knows how your body reacts. He knows what you sometimes want to run away from. And He has never turned His back on you because of it. Do not think that feeling makes your heart impure. It is not a betrayal of your faith, nor a weakness of your soul. It is proof that you are alive. And Allah did not create you alive so that you would be ashamed of being human. You will never be condemned for what you feel. You will only be questioned about what you choose to do with what you feel. There is immense wisdom in this nuance, because Allah did not shape you like an angel. He shaped you as a being who struggles, who falls, who gets back up, who learns. And sexual desire is part of this journey. He placed it within you with precision, not by mistake. This desire is not poison, but without discipline, it can become a chain. And Allah does not want to see you chained. He wants to see you free, free from being a slave to your own body. What you feel is not just a physical attraction, it is also a spiritual signal. It's your soul saying, I want connection, I want love, I want peace, but I don't always know how to achieve it without losing myself. And that's where Allah's rahmah becomes a refuge, because He understands you better than you understand yourself. Allah knows the heat rising in your body. He knows what your eyes are looking at, what your heart imagines in silence. But He doesn't judge you for feeling. He looks at you with rahmah, hoping that you will understand. That it's not what you feel that defines your purity, but what you decide to do with it. Never let anyone make you believe you're dirty because you feel desire. It's not what you feel that's dangerous. It's what you don't know about yourself that is. When you learn to observe your own body with lucidity, when you learn to speak to your heart without judging yourself, you begin to discover a truth that few dare to face. This fire within you can burn you or warm you. The choice is yours. What you experience, others experience. What you feel, others feel. But very few speak about it. Very few dare to face their own desire, with faith instead of shame. And yet, it is in this honest gaze that true change begins. Not in denial, not in harsh prohibition, not in fear, but in this simple and sincere recognition. My body wants, my heart knows, and my soul decides. This is where greatness begins. This is where mastery is born. And Allah, He, is witness to every inner victory, even those no one sees. 2. The battle between body and soul. There are nights when your bed becomes a battlefield. The silence is heavy, but inside, it's a war. Your nafs screams, your qalb prays, your body demands, your soul resists. And you're here, at the center of this storm. I want. It's the raw cry of your body. It doesn't ask permission. It demands. It speaks to you in shivers, in tension, in images, like a raging sea that wants to sweep everything away. But just behind this tumult, a quieter voice whispers, wait. It's not a prohibition. It's an invitation to become. Because what you feel isn't just desire. It's a coded ordeal. A pain that can lift you up if you understand its language. Your body burns, but your heart cries. And your soul, it watches silently, as if it knew that tonight you are about to change your destiny. This is not a simple battle between desire and restraint. It is a sacred scene where the story of your honor is played out. Who will win tonight? The one who gives in the moment, or the one who builds eternity? Allah sees. He sees the storm in your veins. He sees the invisible sweat of your struggle. And He loves you in this moment more than you know, because He does not seek perfection. He seeks resistance. The nafs, it says to you, you deserve this pleasure. You are alone. No one will know. But the qalb replies, Allah knows. And that's enough for me to stop. The nafs yells, you are weak. Look how your body dominates you. But the qalb retorts, true strength is remaining standing while everything inside wants to collapse. You see, it's not a sin to feel temptation. It's proof of your potential. Proof that you are capable of noble choices in the worst storms. You are not dirty because you feel. You are precious because you struggle. And every struggle, even invisible, is written in the invisible by the all-seeing one. Allah wants to show you that you are stronger than this passing wave. He wants you to discover the power of patience. Because every night you refuse to give in. Every second you hold your gaze. Every moment you say no to your body and say yes to your dignity. These are spiritual jewels stored for you in the afterlife. You don't fight pleasure. You redefine the meaning of pleasure. You pull it from the mud and orient it toward the sacred. It's not easy, but it's not meant to be. Because heaven is for those who have learned to hold back when everything screams at them to let go. You are at war. But it's not a lost war. It's the war of a future king or queen who learns to rule their inner kingdom before earning true love. And tonight, perhaps no one will see your victory. But Allah has already counted this struggle among your eternal treasures. 3. Shaytan's lie of waiting. Stop for a second. Listen to that voice you hear in your mind when the desire becomes too strong. You know which one I'm talking about. The one that says to you, it's not a big deal, just once, just a message, just a conversation. You're human after all. You think it's you, but it's not you. It's Shaytan. And he never comes screaming, go commit the forbidden. No, he's more devious, more strategic. He's the enemy who dresses you in logic to better strip you of your modesty. He starts small, very small. A look you let linger. A message you send just to talk. A thought you harbor, just waiting for marriage. But he doesn't stop there, because Shaytan doesn't need you to fall today. He just wants you to bow a little. He knows that if he makes you bend slowly, you'll end up completely surrendering to your desires. He tells you, you're too weak to wait. But the truth? He's afraid you're strong enough to wait. He knows that if you realize how powerful your faith is, he loses. So he works on the illusion. He makes you believe you're a body without a soul. He makes you believe the pain of missing someone is unbearable. He makes you believe you have to give in. But Allah has given you a power that Shaytan can never understand. Choice. You can say no. You can turn off the phone. You can look away. You can wait. And every time you choose Allah over your nafs, you beat Shaytan at his own game. Shaytan isn't directly inviting you to adultery. He's inviting you to talk a little longer, to send that message late at night, to think you can't wait any longer. He wants you to believe that your need is stronger than your faith. But Allah wants you to see that your faith is more powerful than anything. It's psychological warfare, and Shaytan is a professional liar. He'll make you believe that your happiness depends on this person. May your relief come from this forbidden gesture, that there is no harm if no one sees. But Allah sees, and He doesn't look at you with anger. He looks at you with expectation. He waits to see if you will believe the lie or defend your dignity. You know what's most beautiful? It's that every time you close a door to Shaytan, Allah opens a door to him. And every step you take to escape the trap, it's a light you plant in your heart. Shaytan is manipulating you to make you fall. He wants you to believe that waiting is pointless suffering. But Allah teaches you that waiting is purification. This is not a prison, it's a school. This is where you learn to become a person even the angels respect. This world belongs to those who resist when everything pushes them to give in. And Shaytan knows that you're dangerous to him if you decide to wait. So the next time he whispers to you, do it, just once. No one will know. Tell him, Allah knows. And that's enough for me. 4. The honor of delaying what your body craves. Do you think you're losing something by pushing away this desire? Do you think you're weak because you struggle? Listen to me carefully. You are strong. You are worthy. You are honored. Just because you feel this urge doesn't mean you're dirty. Just because you're still struggling doesn't mean you're behind. It's precisely because you're struggling that you're moving forward. You're going through a battle many don't understand. They think that giving in is living. But true life is when your soul takes over your body. It's when you choose Allah, even though your whole being is pushing you to disobey. And that is a nobility that no one can take away from you. When you reject the call of your body, when you say no to that hand gliding across the screen, when you refuse that late appointment, you lose nothing. You gain. You gain a light in your heart. You gain confidence in your gaze. You gain an elevation that even the angels observe with admiration. When you refuse this temptation for the sake of Allah, you are elevating yourself. You lose nothing, you gain nobility. Allah elevates those who obey Him in secret. And sometimes the angel who writes to you just once, she resisted, writes down more than 1,000 neglected prayers. Do you want to know what differentiates those who truly shine in this life? It's not their beauty. It's not their success. It's not even their outward practice. It's their ability to say no for Allah's sake, to turn off the screen, to cut off contact, to leave the room, to walk away, even when your heart trembles and tears burn. This refusal is an invisible crown. Every time you push away an illicit pleasure, you walk closer to the light. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's frustrating, but it's not pointless pain. It's pain that builds your future. And what you don't see is that while you struggle in silence, the sky is watching you. And Allah is preparing something for you you could never have imagined. Let them think you're wasting your life because you're not enjoying it. Let them believe you're stuck, closed off, overwhelmed. You know what you're protecting. You're protecting your honor. You're protecting your light. You're protecting your relationship with the one who sees in the dark. And remember, there's no shame in having a strong desire. Shame is believing you have to respond to it any old how. You're building a version of yourself you haven't met yet. A noble version, stable, grounded. A version that inspires even those who thought they were lost. So hold on. Every second you delay what your body craves for the love of Allah, you write your name in a light this world cannot extinguish. 5. What you're waiting for exists, but it's sacred. What if we told you that what you're waiting for is also waiting for you? That this warmth you seek, this tenderness, this security, this complicity your heart craves is not an unattainable dream, but a treasure reserved for you. You see, Allah didn't create you with this desire to frustrate you. He didn't give you this heart to love, this body to desire, just so that you would live in want. Number. He planted this need in you because He also prepared what fulfills it. But in His way, in His time, under His protection, do you hear? What you want exists, this hand in yours which doesn't tremble before Allah, this shared gaze, pure, peaceful, blessed, this home built on solid foundations, this deep intimacy enveloped in modesty and respect. It's not a mirage, it's not a fantasy, it's a gift, but a sacred gift. Allah doesn't say no to you. He says not like this. What you're waiting for exists. The wife or husband you want, the sweetness of two hearts united in His light, it's not a mirage, it's a gift. But a gift He protects, not hides. He doesn't want to deprive you. He wants to preserve you. Because He knows what waiting builds in you. Patience, clarity, purity. You deserve a love that doesn't force you to disobey in order to exist. You deserve an embrace that will never be followed by regrets. You deserve a union where your soul can flourish as much as your body. But the enemy whispers to you that it's too long, that it's too late, that you must look elsewhere, that you must take now what Allah has prepared for you later. And sometimes you doubt. You think, what if it never happens? What if I stay alone? What if I wait for nothing? But every time you choose to trust Allah, you come closer to what He has prepared for you. And perhaps this test of waiting is the most beautiful proof of love you can offer Him. I know you have better for me, so I wait for you. Because what you want, tenderness, complicity, pure love, is not forbidden. It's sacred. And what is sacred must be earned. So don't let the world trivialize what is noble. Don't let your weaknesses steal what your faith is building. One day, you will look at that person, your halal, and know, I waited, I cried, I resisted, but today Allah has given me something that no one can steal from me. What you are experiencing today is a preparation, not a punishment, and true love. The kind that moves you toward God instead of turning you away. That love, Allah wrote it. He has not forgotten you. You were not created to be alone. You were created to be guided to that which elevates you. And that day will come. Maybe sooner than you think. But for now, hold on. Protect that heart. Protect that desire. Protect that dream. Because it's real. Because it's sacred. And because Allah is making it even more beautiful for you. 6. He who controls his desires becomes an ally of Allah. Listen carefully. For what you are experiencing is not a weakness. What you are feeling is not a fault. This is a battlefield. And those who fight for Allah, even against themselves, are His closest allies. You may think that no one sees your struggle, that your silence is empty, that your tears are forgotten. But Allah sees. Every time your gaze sought to cling to the forbidden and you looked away. Every night your heart cried out, but you said no for Him. Every warm breath you calmed with prayers, ablutions, or even by laying your head on the ground. You were not alone. There was a presence, a mercy, an invisible light around you. Never think that Allah ignores your struggle. Every night you fight this fire, every time you look away, every tear you shed while saying, Ya Rab, help me. Allah sees them, and He counts them. And what you build in the shadows today will be your light when everyone else walks in darkness. The day the masks fall, the day secrets are exposed, the day bodies are stripped of their illusions, you will be covered. honored, close to the merciful, because you resisted. Do you know why Allah loves those who control their passions so much? Because they love Him more than what they desire. And that is a rarity, a jewel, an honor many do not even seek. Those who fast with their eyes, their ears, their bodies. Those who say, "Oh Allah, I could, but I don't want to lose you." They become confidants of mercy. They may not have the beauty shown on social media. They may not have the love displayed in TV shows, but they have peace. The peace that Allah gives to those who choose